Parts have arrived to start building this project, so let's crack on. My name's Andy and I am the Code Rebel. This video is all about, it's the bill of materials that you're going to need to build your own kind of guitar pedals and get going, and I'm going to show you how to code them all. I'll give you the code as well, and I'll give you the 3D printed enclosure or the plans for it. I might sell them on my store later, but either way, now we're going to talk about just the parts you'll need. So the kind of whole core build of this is this, and it's the ESP32-S3 Mini. This is, so it's tiny, it's USB Type-C powered, and that should do exactly what we need for this project. It should be enough. Maybe later on I might change to a full-size S3 rather than the Mini. I'm going to put the links to what I bought on Amazon down there so you can buy the exact same one, because they're not all equal and sometimes you'll come through a little problem. So that's the ESP32-S3 Mini or S30, as you may see on the back. I think my chroma key's messing with it and the webcam won't focus, but there it is. It's a tiny thing. The next main kind of component, I got the Dollartech. That's kind of the brand. It's a PCM5102A digital to analog converter. You're going to need that. It comes with these little headers to solder on, so you're going to have to know how to solder and put them onto the board. Not all of them, just the right pins that you need. And we'll get going with that. So those are the two electronics components really that you need. What I'm going to do is fit this. It's an A25K pot. Again, I'll put this all in the description. You can pick these up anywhere. I should probably be using an A100K pot. This is what I had to hand, so this is what I'm using. Quite simply, you need also two of these mono jacks. You can use stereo. These are mono ones for instrument input, guitar pedal building. That's what they're for. I have these already lying around because I have a ton of stuff, and the same with the pot. That's just what I had. I couldn't find an A100K. I bet I've got one somewhere, but it is an A pot you need. And you are going to need one of these momentary switches. This is a DP/DT momentary foot switch. It clicks, it doesn't latch on or off. Maybe at a point down the line we'll want the latching ones, but for the first kind of what I'm going to do, we'll trigger it with this. And if it's a digital pedal, to be honest, we can just completely get away with one of these. That'll do the job. Also, this pot isn't going to do much other than affect the blend back in. So we'll have the input signal and the processed signal on this, and all it's going to do is blend between them. So you've got that analog control with a bit more positive feedback and reference, and you can tweak it exactly as you want on the fly, and that's why we're doing that. So that's my bill of materials. I'll go over them once again quickly. It is the ESP32-S3 Mini that I'll be using for this one. It is PCM5102A. It is the A25K pot. You probably want an A100K, but that's what I had, so that's what I'm using. You want the two jacks for input and output, and you want your momentary switch to turn it on and off, or not on and off, to trigger it. That's what we're going to do in the first build. You can use these programmatically as an on-off switch as well, because we're doing a digital circuit, so it doesn't physically need to switch, it just needs to trigger a signal to go on off. So whichever way you want to do it, that's fine. We might use an on-off switch later, we might switch over, we might change a couple of bits out, but to get started, this is what I'm going to go with, and I'm going to go as far as I can with these bits. So you may have to switch a few of them out if you want to go further into the project, but this is the start of it. That's what I'm starting with, and that's where we'll go. So give me a like if you like this project. Subscribe if you want to keep following me and seeing how it goes. Get the parts, they'll be in the description, and you can follow along with it and do exactly what you want with this. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video shortly, because I'm going to record that on the bounce now. Catch you in a moment.